Guys, week 6, we are here.
Yeah.
And Alex, like you alluded to this past week, every day of the week almost, there are games.
Yeah. Tuesday was the last day without a game until I believe the middle of November. Something like that. Like, it is a long stretch where there's either a college football or NFL game.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Yo, so hey, real quick, we're gonna go into this just to recap a couple of these games. Wednesday night, Jackson State outscored Middle Tennessee State 45-30. But I got to shout out, I think Nick Vitalio, the quarterback.
So, yeah.
Yeah, the quarterback out of Middle Tennessee State threw for over 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also, though, had 2 interceptions. And shout out to Jacksonville State. I think they only got 1 loss, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they've been playing pretty well.
Well, head of the conference, USA. But then also FIU and New Mexico State played a little bit later. New Mexico State, who's 3-3, got the W, 34-17. My eye, Diego Pavia, 2 TDs passing, 1 TD rushing. These aren't games that a lot of people are going to keep their eyes on because New Mexico State has been struggling and FIU's not. Don't garner that much attention, but these were some good games on a Wednesday night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Wednesday of all days to catch a couple good games like that. I mean, that Jacksonville MTSU game was fairly close. Diego Pavia, like you said, balled out in that second game. To catch those in the middle of the week, that's nice. I like that.
I'll take that. Yeah. Thursday night, Liberty remains undefeated, beating Sam Houston State 21-16. Hey, Caden Sattler, 257 yards and a touchdown, with also 38 yards on the ground and a touchdown. The running game was on fire with Cooley getting over 100. Daniels, that offense from Liberty was playing together. Mind you, Sam Houston State is D2 FBS, but they are always in the D2 playoffs. So, hey, go ahead, Liberty. Still undefeated. I like that.
Yeah.
And in the last game on Thursday night, Western Kentucky just falls short to LTech 35-28. In a barn burner. But to be honest, LTech scored all their points in the first half. So,
to credit Western Kentucky, though, we say this about the NFL, and it's almost double for the NCAA. Mm-hmm. It is so tough to go on the road in the middle of the week.
Yeah. Yep.
And for them to go in and win that game, hats off to them. That's impressive.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. So, LTech getting the W after actually starting fairly decent, but definitely getting the W. And Alec, I'm going to come to you for this next one because there was 2 games last night. One was Big 10, but the other was the Big 12. Somebody you've talked about a lot this year. K-State takes an L to Oklahoma State, and we've seen how Oklahoma State has struggled. But Kansas State, you called them a fraud, man. And this lends to that very theory, man. What do you think?
Yep.
For K-State?
Yeah.
It's more of like that was a trap game going in. I think when I woke up yesterday, I go on Twitter, it's my business, and I see every person saying, "Oh, I'm taking K-State this, I'm taking K-State that, blah blah, this whatever. That's my Mega Max, whatever." I knew at that point Oklahoma State was going to run away with that in a heartbeat. It's just that typical, when everybody's on the same side, it never goes well.
Yeah.
Never goes well.
I found that out the hard way last night. I had K-State as well on the parlay.
It never goes well.
Yeah.
And I picked wrong in the next game, too, for that parlay as well. They were both the same one.
And it's craziness. Yo, shout out to Will Howard. Tried to get it done. Over 100 in the air, 152 in the air, 100 on the ground. But like you said, they got out. Oklahoma State jumped out early. I think it was something like 20-7 or something like the half, or it was
20-7 at the half.
Yeah, 2-score game at the half. But shout out to Oklahoma State. If I'm not mistaken, this was the first night game at Oklahoma State in decades, like in a long time. I'm not exactly sure why, but they were talking about it. Yeah. So, hey, we'll see. Can we say anything about Oklahoma State, though? I mean, they have looked rough this year, but this was a get-right win.
It absolutely was. I'm just trying to see, because I know Alan Bowman played quarterback for them last night. He played last week as well. Because I know Bowman wasn't starting for them in the first couple of years, because I saw he transferred out of Michigan to go there this past year. And he was expected to be the starter, but he wasn't early in the season. So he's gotten in the last couple games, and you've seen them start to put points up on the board. He didn't throw any touchdowns or anything tonight, but kept that offense moving, a lot of field goals.
Yeah. Hey, and at the end of the day, as long as you get the W, there you go. Yep. Get it done. But look, you mentioned it. You alluded to it a little bit earlier. Something that is in your neck of the woods. Nebraska gets the W, 20-7. Yeah. And I mean, at one point, I think they scored twice in like 10 seconds or something like that. It was craziness.
Yeah, it was something crazy like that. Yeah, they had a 1-yard touchdown run, and then the Illinois fumbled on the kick return, and 10 seconds later ran in another 25-yard touchdown. So, yeah, they punched Illinois in the mouth early, and Illinois didn't know how to respond. And this is the Illinois team that went toe-to-toe with Penn State just a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And then you're at home and drop this Nebraska fairly easily. Like, you pretty much just rolled over for them. We're about to find out who Illinois really is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, hey, we will see. This was a tough loss for them. But shout out to Nebraska, man. Matt Rule could have easily just tucked his tail and said, this season's done after those first 2 early losses. But he's starting to click, man. They're starting to fight for something, and I like to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like to see that. So we see Scott is here, and we're going to talk about your team because we got somebody on here that's got some choice words for your guys. Going to get cleaned up for the LSU-Mizzou game. Have a great day, gentlemen. My guy.